Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu, and this is Rocky Falls, the Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic Scenario 52 from the VJ Scenario Pack. It's the last one from the VJ Scenario Pack. It's a Build 10 6 Excitement Coaster Scenario. We've already built 8. I've been treating this as a tutorial series aimed really at novices, but even if you're not a complete novice, I'm sure you could learn something from the episodes. Rather than going through a summary of each one, I think what I'll do is just look for the top right hand corner. You'll see like a little eye symbol. That'll give you access to the playlists, and the playlist for this series will be there. If not, the link will be below in the description. Anyway, so we need 2 more coasters, and I've saved this nice bit of space up here for a large wooden coaster. So let's just get stuck in then. How about that? Because I want to get like the chain lift and that running alongside the cliff. So I think that would be really cool. If you were able to ride a coaster. Do you know what I'm going to do? First of all, I'm going to clear some of this scrub here. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a kind of scenery that gets no love from me. Messing up my support structures, etc., etc. Okay, so what have we done? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How about we go 8, just so that when we put, because I've got an idea in mind. I don't know if it's going to work, but I've got an idea in mind, and it's nicely centered. Okay, so why don't we drop down there? We'll do tight bend because I might need the space to build inside later. You can drop down again. Bring it close to the edge. And then get on with the chain lift. Now, the biggest mistake people make with not just wooden coasters, but any coaster really, is they go too high on the chain lift for the coaster. Now, if you're building an absolutely massive, really long coaster, then fine. But if it's not going to be that long, and let's face it, we haven't got a huge space, so we don't need to build the chain lift too high. I'm sure you can remember back to your science lessons when they were explaining about potential energy and all the rest of it. So, is 175 going to be? Yeah, let's go with that. So what I want to do is I want to drop down, but is that bring it back? So I want people to be seeing that. Just imagine that you're on the train, you go over the crest of the chain lift, and then all of a sudden you're like, holy, look at that. Height marks on tracks. So you're 180 feet high. Obviously not off this ground here, because this ground is 120. So you're only really 60 feet off the ground that you started from. So, and then we're going to bring it back there. We haven't quite got the clearance at the bottom. That's fine. We can lower that. And is that going to be enough? I'm going to want to do a flat section at the bottom. It's always cool to add a flat section at the bottom, I think, because it looks better. It adds a little bit extra length to the track. So if you've got the space, it's great. And, you know, on certain coasters, not on, well, you can do one of the things on this coaster. You can, if you need to, add a cheeky little trim brake, or on some coasters, add a cheeky little booster. So we've dropped down. So the theme for this one, and I've mentioned it many times over the other videos, is you start off at one height and then you go down, and then you go back up to not quite as high as before, and then you go down, and then you basically kind of repeat that. So we've dropped down from, you know, we can go, have we got enough? I don't know if we're going to have enough space to do that, so I'm going to want some sort of turnaround at the back there. That's too, is it too high? We could probably do it. You can probably go, well, you usually can go from one height back up to the same height. I don't think we won't be doing it this time because we just haven't quite got the space. Oh, I think that'd be cool. Right on the edge there. It'll turn around. Bright eyes. There you go. And, oh, we can't quite do that. That's annoying. What if we tightened that bend? Now I haven't banked that bend because it shouldn't be going fast enough that it matters. Oh, that's cool. A little arch above there. How have I done that? No, we can't do that. Okay, so now we're going to want another turnaround. So this works on something that's, well, I suppose kind of spaghetti like this, or on a simple out and back. You know, you're going. So we've gone up to 180, then we've dropped down, then we're back up. I mean, really, it's only 60 above ground, but for the case of simplicity, so you can see what we've done. We've gone up to 80, we've dropped down, we're back up to 160. So you press, and we can't do it in build mode. That's annoying. Press and hold, and it zoom. Does that zoom? Back up to 160. Drops down. Back up to 150. Drops down. Back up to 150. That's fine. You can repeat. Obviously you're going to test it anyway. It's just that if it's going fast enough around the first 150, it's going to easily clear the second 150. And 40 can how about then if we go tight bend? Yes. Right. Now, before I continue, I'm going to want to be able to do pathing. Now, I want to bring that back, the track back this way somehow. So There you go. Have it going underneath the track a bit for a cheeky bonus, and then bring it back, and then we can put the entrance there. And now let's do something similar for over there, and then we'll drop down. We'll drop down. No. Can turn off supports. It might be easier. Okay, and we're building. Can't see it. Let's turn on scenery. There, and I don't want to come out there because I'm opposite the entrance, and that might cause problems. Although I'm going to have a no entry sign, so it should be fine. If it was another entrance, then that would cause problems. Guests would start wandering up and down the queue lines. Without wanting to go on the ride. Okay, let's change it to log. Let's change the color to, so that's going to be the trim. Change the wood. How about, well, that looks pretty cool. Change that. Did I change the mechanic on the last one? Yes, I did. We're going to hire a new one just for this ride. Okay. No, this makes absolutely, I can't do that. Okay, I was just going to alter the landscape a bit so I could, is that a different? It is. Huh. Weird. Bear with me 1 second while I fix this. There you go. You know it's fixed because the sign at the end will change. So if we get rid of a piece there, see the sign's gone because the sign is now somewhere under there. As soon as we fix it, the sign comes back. Okay, so now we've got the path. We can look at how we're gonna, it's not gonna be enough clearance. We can flatten up, and we do it. Do you know, we might be able to, if we slope this down sooner and then do that. No, we can't. Oh, well, that's fine. Probably not. There you go. Unbanked bend, that's fine because it is a wide bend and it shouldn't be going too fast. We can drop down. I don't like that though. And then we can add a little brake run at the back. Cool. Now we've only got one train. Or we could run it with two trains, but without block circuits. I suppose we could do two and use the chain left, but that would look a bit weird. We don't really need to have. We could add a little photo section there. One train will be fine. At this stage of the game, where we've already got, well, this will be our 9th coaster. We've got so much cash. We're making 12,000 a month. That whether we run it with one train or two, it doesn't really matter. So let's get a little bit of theme in whilst that's testing. Oh, there you go. It's made it round fine. We can go in and use this support just to make it look a little nicer. And also it adds extra scenery to the ride, which will help boost the stats. Let's hide the ride so we can place some fences down. And we'll go in and use this one. I can always go back and correct it if I've put anything in the wrong place. I have one of them there because that's underneath the station. And then we can do this. And then we can do just a little entrance building there. And then we need a little roof. It's like I haven't checked the stats yet because I'm confident enough that it'll be above the 6. If it's not, then something's wrong somewhere. See what they are. Wow, there you go. More than good enough. Let's put a little fence down. Just there. Cool. Now this name, I've been asking for names for coasters. Don't worry, there is someone who's going to say, oh, you've picked mine. I have, yours is in mind for the last coaster, which is going to be a mine coaster. But this one also, I guess, a mine coaster. This was suggested by Mark. Dopamine. Or is it Dopamine? Genius. Great suggestion. Cool. Dopamine is like the happy chemical that your brain releases. Oh, there you go. We've unlocked that. So, no, wrong one. Let's just go no fun then. We don't need any more. We've got enough coasters to build on the last one. Yeah, so this one, the sort of the idea behind this coaster then, this tip is, let's call up the heights. So you start off with one height. You don't need to go up too high. You only need to go up high enough so that the coaster has enough potential energy to be fast enough to make it round the track. That's all you need to do. And also to get a decent enough drop. So it checks the box on that. So this one, highest drop 62. That's more than enough. More than enough. So it goes up to 880. Not really, because we're already 120 feet above ground on this cliff. Drops you back down, goes back up to 160, drops you back down, goes back up to 150, drops you back down, back up to 150, which is fine. It's fine. So let's have a look. It's going 35 over the first one, so it's going to go, there you go, not quite the same over the second one, but going fast enough. If it was only going like 14 over the first one, that's when you think, oh, maybe it's not going to make it over the next one. But that was fine. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. So I like that. Great suggestion. Thank you, Mark, for the dopamine suggestion. So this was the wooden coaster. I've been Stu. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.